Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jill and Hugh Barbecue. I'm going to cook this plate of beef ribs today. Now this is a 3-bone plate. I got them from Costco. I've trimmed off a lot of the fat on the top. I've tried to remove as much silver skin as possible. As you can see, there's a lot of marbling in this piece of meat. So I'm going to start by covering it in a tasteless yellow mustard, for no other reason than just to make our rub adhere to it. So we'll start with a bit of a slathering of this. Like I said, this has virtually no flavour, so it's adding nothing to the beef. It's just, and I'm going to put it on the bone side as well. I mean, there's very little going to go through here, but I'm going to put some rub on it and the underside of the fat, the sides. There we go. That's our piece of beef completely covered with the mustard. I have now got our beef rub. In here is equal parts of kosher salt, ground black pepper, and then half the quantity of onion granules, garlic granules, a little bit of paprika, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of chipotle chili flake. So I'm going to put this all over our piece of beef. Now this hopefully will form a nice bark on the top of the ribs, and I'm going to cook these today on the Big Joe 3. I'm going to cook them at 140 degrees Celsius until they become probe tender. So what I want to be able to do is stick a probe in between the ribs and through the membrane at the bottom, and it should go straight through like a knife going through butter. So there's not an ideal temperature for them because each set of ribs is different. I would imagine this is going to be something like not between 92 and 96 degrees Celsius, but it'll depend on how probe tender they are. Now I'm going to go and light the Big Joe 3 on the patio, let these chill here for a little bit. I'm going to come back and I'm going to put a couple of meter probes in them, probably 3, one on top of each rib, just so I have an idea of how they're going. And we'll come back, and when the barbecue's up temperature, we'll put these on the barbecue. So I've set up the Big Joe 3 with the SloRoller in place to cook the beef ribs. I've got the grill grates on the second notch down. I'm going to be using some chunks of oak to produce some smoke to give the beef ribs some flavour. So I'll take all this out now and light the barbecue. So the Big Joe is up to temperature, and we're now going to put our beef ribs on the grill. Let the smoke come out. As you can see, there's plenty of oak smoke produced there. So the beef ribs are going right in the middle of the grill. The SloRoller's in place. And we'll come back and look at these in about 5 hours. So our beef ribs have cooked for exactly 5 hours. They were probe tender. We've taken them off, wrapped them in butcher's paper for 1 hour, and now we're going to slice them and see exactly what we've got. So I'm going to start by slicing in between the bones. It slices. Ooh.
Oh!
Look.
Smoke ring. Bit of a smoke ring.
I don't know if you can see this on the camera. You've got a smoke ring here. And if
it's a bit more noticeable on the other.
If we squeeze it, there's juice oozing out of here. This one. These are juicy.
Yeah.
Look at the smoke. Oh, yes. That's what we wanted to see, really. So let's cut these two in half. Ooh. Again, they are really juicy.
You cut the glove.
And if I cut the rib off the bone, look at that. That's beautiful.
Oh, that's the other.
That's hot. That just falls off. That just falls off. So what I'm going to do is slice one of these ribs. In fact, let's take the middle one, because that's hot. Let's take the middle one and we're just going to slice it across the grain.
They look much nicer than the last lot you did.
Yes, they do, don't they?
Slice it nice and thin.
Okay, let's try a piece each of this.
Give me hot. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, they're hot.
Oh my goodness. They're very tender. They're tender, juicy. You can taste the beef, and I'm going to try
They've got a nice flavour.
I'm going to try the bit with the rub on now.
The flavour's nice.
That's excellent. Jill, try this. This is the end bit with the bark on.
Yep. And it's not too black.
Nope.
It's still nice. But
That's still very, very tender, very, very juicy.
yeah, they're nice.
And we're going to eat these. You can tell lockdown's coming to an end because we've got aircraft flying over now, which is the first time in a long time. Okay, and to go with this, we've got an Argentinian
And another aircraft.
another aircraft. We've got an Argentinian Malbec, which we've had before, which is nice drinking. So, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Yep. That's nice.
Yep, that's nice. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Hit the bell so you don't miss the next edition, and subscribe to Jill and Hugh Barbecue. Again, thank you for watching.